So anyway, eventually he's opened the door, as the other guy. She's gone running upstairs. These two girls were there, all like, she's got, which by this point, whichever girl was seeing him must have thought, okay, he's got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's gone upstairs, she's found him hiding in the wardrobe. Literally in the wardrobe. She's literally battered him, gone absolutely crazy.
Wow.
And this girl is like absolutely shitting herself. She's like psychopath, ran through the door, absolutely shitting herself. Safe to say, the two girls left, the guy left, and yeah, that was the end of them too.
It's Frankie Kelly. And I am Charlie House. And you are now listening to our podcast, Are They Trash?
I've been all around the world, so many different guys in the club, yeah. These garbage guys are so fine. They're always blowing my mind.
Here we are.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Episode 2, Series 1 of
Are They Trash? Thank you for jumping back on today. We've actually had a really cute day today, haven't we?
Yeah, we've had a really good day.
Yes, we went to go, well actually first of all yesterday we went to an event called Forward Motion, and it's actually a new event in London where it's over 25s, but it's more, age range is more like 30 to 40. Yeah. So it kind of eliminates all the little shitbags on the dance floor. All the ones.
There's no drama, no ego. Everyone's just there to have a good time, I think. Yeah, It was really, really good vibe.
It was good.
And the music was amazing.
The music was amazing.
It was really good.
Old school kind of like house, but like, yeah, like it was really good. It was a good vibe. We didn't go till like later on because we wanted to save our voices because we knew we was going to be filming today.
And we always get a little bit carried away, actually. So.
We do get a little bit.
Imagine if we was there all day. Wow, that would have been a lot.
Too much.
It was a lot anyway. We were like a whirlwind, came in, fuck shit up and leave.
Literally. Yeah, so that was yesterday. And then today we met back up with actually a lot of the people.
Reunion.
A lot of the people that were there last night. And yeah, went for a nice little roast. It was really cute, wasn't it?
Yeah, even took little Marley and the other dogs.
Yeah.
It was cute.
Yeah,
really cute.
It was nice. Yeah, so it's been a really cute, wholesome snap. Wholesome Sunday. But yeah, it's also been a mega week. Talk to me about your week.
Yeah, the week. I've had a really good week at work. Busy. Talking to all my clients about their drunken dating disaster stories, which is obviously coming up. We're just, me and Frankie are like getting those together. So yeah, that's been really funny. And then obviously we dropped the clips from our first episode.
Cool. So obviously the clip that we put out was just a really short clip of the date that I went on when he made me split the Chinese, which obviously he'd asked me to come on the date, whatever. He, came round mine and da-da-da-da-da. So the funniest thing about it is I've put that out and that person was like actually went on to like our Instagram channel and was like liking the clip. But didn't.
Little did he know. Well,
we don't.
Does he know and he's embarrassed or?
Like, we don't know because I'm like, oh my God, like, wait till he sees the clip. But then the funniest thing was like, he's liked them, but they're not said anything. So it's like Charlie just said, is he embarrassed? Or he's just
oblivious
because that's just what he does. Like, that's what he does. So, like, who fucking knows? But obviously, the whole episode's not gone out at this moment in time. So, it'll be really interesting to know. Like, well, I guess we'll see. Only time will tell.
Yeah, we'll let you know. We'll come back to you on that
one. Keep you posted as and when. So, that's obviously been really fucking funny this week. And then, on top of that, because that clip was me obviously telling my dating story, I've had like a few different people that I've been on dates with, like sliding in my DMs, like, that wasn't me. Like, that wasn't me. They like shitting themselves, basically. And like this one guy, I was like, no, don't worry, it wasn't you. You know, actually, you had a little gold star. You know, you was really considerate. You didn't, you know, we just went for a couple of drinks and he didn't, you know, try it on or overstep the mark or all the red flags that we spoke about. He's actually a really nice guy, to be honest. But yeah, anyway.
It sparked a bit of controversy, hasn't it? The spring roll gate. It's definitely got people talking, and that's exactly what we wanted it to do.
Exactly. And more than anything, moving forward, oh my God, and this other person, I haven't even told you this. So someone that, well, he asked to take me on a date, but and then he ended up being like hungover on the Sunday or whatever, so it never ended up happening. And to be honest, it pissed me off because that's fine, but
no, that would piss me off.
Communicate. That's fine. We've all had a hangover. Like, fucking hell, I'm the first one to not be able to do anything on a hangover. Just message me. Let me know.
Oh, he ghosted you.
Yes.
So he literally stood you up
until 5 o'clock at night.
That's my bugbear.
I've just been sleeping. What? So
you could have just woke up with one eye, looked at your phone,
and said, too hungover, can't meet today.
A voice note.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Say whatever you got to say. Anyway, he obviously, so for that I was like, in the bin. Trash. But he actually messaged me and he was like, oh, I'm away at the minute, but when I get back, I'd really like to take you on a date. And I put, would you now? And he put, and I'll pay for the bill.
Oh, great. Free dinner. I'm in.
I was like, wow. So that was really, I just put lol like that. Because the thing is, obviously, when you see the full episode or you'll have watched it by now, it's not that we don't mind contributing, but it's, you know, like, it's just one of them ones where it's like, if I'm not worth a £50 Chinese, that, you know, we just can't.
It's
really
£25 because obviously he's going to pay for himself.
Exactly. And you definitely had £25 off of sweets in my house. But we've spoken about that, so we're not going to go back into it. But yeah,
she's so bitter about that snack cupboard.
The snack cupboard. You got, like, you know, you got to deserve the snack cupboard. You deserve it. She's always in that snack cupboard.
Always in the snack cupboard.
But yeah, so it's been a funny week. We've had lots of funny feedback and yeah, excited to actually put that all out there. Yeah, all good.
Yeah, this week's episode, we're going to talk about Main Chick Side Ting, which I know is a cracking topic. I'm sure we've all been
either or,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Little do you know, you might be the side ting. No one wants to be the side ting, do they? But, well, I don't know, maybe they do.
Exactly. Cool. So let's just obviously clarify Main Chick Side Ting, what that even is. So yeah, ultimately, Main Chick is if you are the girlfriend, you know, the person at home, probably live together, yeah, kind of
spend majority of your time with that person.
Yeah. And then side ting, side chick, side dish, whatever you want to call it, is basically the person that's just like a little fling on the side.
He'll sneak off to message her or call her.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes that person is or isn't aware. And this is obviously what we're going to discuss today. All different scenarios of people that have wrote in or friends or different scenarios of when this has sort of evolved and
then maybe how they
dealt with it, how they've found out, how they've dealt with it, like, and I guess our kind of opinion on it. Yeah, so that's kind of main dish side ting.
Yeah.
Main
dish.
I mean,
sound like we're ordering an Indian.
Fuck's sake. The main dish is side. And then
I'll have a side of onion barges, please, with that tikka masala.
Fuck's sake, man. What I meant was main chick side ting. Cool. So we clarified that up. Yeah, I mean, let's probably start with our own experiences.
I've had experience of this, definitely. More towards the end of a relationship. Well, obviously it was the end of the relationship, because when I found out that there was someone else, I ended
Well, not
it.
obviously.
Well,
maybe obviously for you.
Yeah, obviously for me, not obviously for everyone. Correct. And he was almost leading a double life, so he was I live down in Kent. It's quite a small, everyone knows everyone. He was going up to London and like had all these new friends in London. He worked in London, so it was easy to make excuses of why he was going out in London.
And would he stay there?
Stay in London, yeah, because obviously he'd have to go get up early the next
For
day.
meetings.
But sometimes, I can't remember what it was. You know Facebook, when it does, you write a status. Like, I don't really use Facebook like that anymore, but back in the day, you'd write a status and it would come up with your location and like you could turn it on or turn it off. And I remember once seeing it, and I will sometimes pretend that I didn't see things, but you know, when I look back now, I remember seeing like South End or something like that. So basically in Essex, but he's saying he's in London, but he's at someone else's house in Essex. Like, yeah.
Trash!
And you know when you're like, yeah, and I knew, like, there were so many little things that came to light, just to like, you know what it's like. They don't want to spend as much time with you. They're not answering the phone as much when you ring them, things like that. And I can guarantee you, I was the main chick. We've been together years. But he
Just to clarify.
because sometimes
I'm no onion bargee side dish.
I am not an onion bargee.
I am the tikka masala.
I am the
Why does everything relate to Chinese Indians? She don't even like takeaways.
That gives me PTSD. I do like them. They give me PTSD, but that's a whole different subject.
Yeah, that's another episode.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's my experience. Little things like that. I've had another one where, again, I live in Kent, and we go out in different towns in Kent, and I'm like, oh, I'm out with my work lot in Cansbury, and then done a random little road trip to a different town, and like obviously let this guy know that I was going out in my, like, the town closest to me, and then I've ended up actually going to his town. Didn't let him know because I was out with my work colleagues, and it was all about them. I'm one to, prioritise work things, obviously. And and then all of a sudden he's like stood in the queue to get into this
With
bar
a girl.
with another girl,
Oh,
and I was like, you know, in your heart, like you're like, I'm not going to say the C word. I'm like, on camera, you can.
Yeah,
I was like, wow.
That is a recipe for a headlock.
Yeah, that is.
Headlock, choke slam. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, so, I am like, right. Deep breath in, Charlie.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about this situation?
What did you do?
I fucking walked straight up to him, wrapped my arms right around him, and as obviously I've put my arms around him, his face is a picture, and that was enough for me to know that he knew he'd been busted. And I just smiled at this girl like that, and then I was like, shit. Like, well, I've done it now. I was like, you're right. And he was like, yeah, you're right. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine, like that. And then I was like, yeah, well, I'll be inside like that. And he was like, I'll come and talk to you in a minute. I went, don't even fucking bother. Yeah, it was really bad.
And wait, so how
and so he tried to sit her. The weird thing is that we like hadn't been seeing each other that long, but he was really intense, and he was like, I want you to be my girlfriend, my house is your house. If he hadn't have said any of those things, I literally wouldn't have given a shit about this situation.
Yeah, so don't blur the lines.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit. Like, he was not right for me, but it was fun at the time, one of them.
Yeah.
But he was the one feeding me the...
Like down the garden path.
Leading me
And
down
love
the
bombing
path,
you.
Love
bombing. Yeah, like obviously, like just don't.
He's like,
just leave it.
You to be my girlfriend.
Yeah, leave it as it is, what it is.
I didn't really want to be his girlfriend anyway. This was just fun. But now you're seeing another girl. What the heck?
Fucking hell, so how did it all end?
Oh yeah, literally, that was it. He didn't even text me, didn't ring me, because he was mortified that and because I handled it so gracefully.
Yeah.
Like a swan going nuts inside. But, yeah, but I was like, no, I'm not going to start throwing windmills in this club.
Yeah.
I'm drinking quite a lot, and go out.
That's really
quite a lot.
sensible. I would have definitely seen red.
Definitely seen red.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just take a deep breath and I'm like, nah, I've got some decorum here.
Yeah.
This girl,
I've got none.
this girl, yeah. This other girl was like the complete opposite to me as well, and she was really tall and she looked like a giraffe, so I was just like, it's cool.
Wow. Wow. Okay, wow. He went in the bin. Trash! Absolute piece of shit. Yeah, I mean, both of those stories seem quite similar. I mean, so I had one, and we was fully living together, and living this, amazing life at the time. And I started to notice things were not quite right, but I was so infatuated, and he did the exact same, told me anything and everything I wanted to hear, was living this amazing life. Proper little narcissist, but we'll go into that another day. All the love bombing, everything. And there was one night, and so there was like a rave in like the Midlands, and it was on for 2 nights, and I was only going to go on the Saturday. I was on like Saturday, Sunday, or something. It was 2 days.
Yeah.
Basically, I was going to go the second day. And then I decided with my friends I was going on the other day, and I told him, and he was wait, I'm going that night with my boys. Wait, I thought you were sticking to the other night. He was such an arsehole about it. But the thing is, if you're going to tell me I'm not going to do something, or I can't do something, I'm going to do it even more. Like, don't tell me what to do. I'm a big grown woman and I'll do what I want to do. So I was like, I'm going. Like, whether you like it or not. And we'd got loads of friends coming the next night, but there was just a few of us who was available to go that night. So we went. Throughout the night, he was just being really odd and off with me, weren't being his usual self, and I like got myself so drunk because I was just, the whole situation was just so like. And then one point I was like in the toilet being sick, which is not like me. I'm never sick. And someone went, one of my
got instinct.
Everything was all over the place. And one of my friends went to go in, basically tell him, and like he wouldn't even come to the toilet to like look after me and see if I was all right. Anyway, it's weird because it was like an event. Like, and we all was in the same hotel, staying in the same hotel, and then like we was all like just chilling back in the room as the night's gone on, there's this girl and these other girls, and I'm starting to clock a scenario in a situation. He literally must have been going to the bar, buying me a drink, coming over, doing a chat, then going on somewhere else and buying her one. But the thing is, oh God, it makes me
Can
sad.
you imagine?
But obviously, like, I was so infatuated with him that I just was like not really thinking anything. He was just being an arsehole, but I thought he was being an arsehole because he didn't want me to be there and he was with his boys. But he obviously blagged it well because we're in a club, like there's this massive, it was like a rave, so it wasn't like just a little table or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, back in the hotel room, and he would keep like disappearing from the hotel room. He was obviously fucking going to one hotel room, then coming back.
This is so much headache. How is he keeping up?
Wait, this is the thing, like what the hell? Anyway, I can't really remember what happened after that. Like, I think this is a part of my life which I've definitely blocked out.
Yeah,
but,
I think you do sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, and it was like, because I was, really, I loved this guy. And then a girl messaged me, and it was one of the girl's friends that must have done her CID. Oh, sweetie.
Everyone's got a friend that should work for the FBI.
Yeah, literally. I would love to be the FBI. I'd be so good at it. And they messaged, and I think at this point, I'll be honest with you, he was probably umming and ahhing over me or the other girl, and there's lots of different things that it was almost like a test, like, you're not going to do this, and I'll be like, yeah, I am. I can do this. I'll do what I want. And I think, as horrible as this sounds, I was the more headache of an option.
Yeah.
The other person was probably easier to manipulate, much more naive.
That's what it was in my situation too.
And
I'm more of a wild card, so that was just like...
Yeah, like that's long.
Park that one.
Yeah, long. And so I don't actually know whether I was the side ting at the time, because obviously, I was living with him, so I don't know how that would have happened, but ultimately that's what it kind of, at some point there was the both of us, and then then obviously we found out, and it broke my heart, and that was that. So so that was kind of my experience of it.
I would say in that situation you definitely had a gut instinct, because if you don't normally get really, really drunk and then be sick. That's really out of character.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas I was exactly the same when I was in this situation, when we were going out, me and my boyfriend at the time, when I had my suspicions, I think it was in the back of my mind and I wasn't really speaking about it. And I should have maybe opened up to my friends and spoken about it a lot more, because I think it was at the back of my mind. The signs were all there. I was kind of blocking them out because you don't want them to be true.
Yeah. Oh God.
And then obviously, without confiding in your friends, this is all bottling up inside you, your gut instinct. And this exact same thing is like the similarities in the stories are the same, because I was getting really drunk, like behaving in a way that I wouldn't normally behave. Yeah. And like you say, like being sick
anxious
and stuff,
in the situation.
I was just so anxious.
Yeah.
That something was going on and didn't trust him.
Yeah.
But I'd always trusted him before that. So this was all really unfamiliar feelings and emotions to me.
Yeah, and it's like, and that energy level, like their energy's off. And it's like, you can tell that the levels of energy are just a bit different to what they would normally be.
Yeah.
You can't put your finger on what it is.
Yeah.
And obviously, that's exactly what
That's
it
what
is.
it is. I can even look at pictures of us together towards at this point in our relationship, and I can literally see the energy in the picture, like how his body language is different. Yeah, it's really, really like, it's hard, isn't it? But you can see it, and you're like, wow, his whole body language, like I should have known. But I think sometimes, like you say, you block it out.
Yeah, this is the thing, and it's like, so we've got quite a few different stories of different people's situations, and we're going to discuss them today. And see, you know, what we would have done in that situation. But sort of to kick one off was one of my friends that, again, was living with the guy. So she was definitely the main chick at the time. She was living with him, and he was a really aggressive, manipulative, horrible, horrible guy. But she was infatuated with him. And one time she was doing the washing, and a random pair of knickers, thong,
The
fell out
classic someone else's thong
that wasn't hers, and she was like, what the fuck? And he
taking it home for a souvenir.
well, he must have, when she wasn't there, must have had the side chick, the side ting round in the house. And then because she must have been away for the weekend or wasn't there, or it used to be quite toxic, well, very toxic. So she sometimes would go back and stay back at hers.
So now we're going to read out some funny memes that we found on Instagram and Twitter. Although it's not a funny situation to be a side chick or a main chick in this situation, but there's plenty of funny memes out there. So we're going to read some out that we've seen, whether you're a side dish, side chick, whatever it is.
Yeah, whether you are the onion bhaji or whether you are the chicken tikka masala. These memes are coming for you. Which one are you?
Keeping it light-hearted.
So this is posted a couple of days before the 14th of Feb.
Love that.
Says, couple more days until you find out if you are the main or the side. Good luck. See, you know, it's literally is that, isn't it? It's like, on that day.
Is he going to make up excuses?
Yeah.
Or is he going to show up?
Yes, exactly.
I've seen a few actually where it says, the 15th of February is National Side Chick Day.
Yeah, I saw that as well. I saw that. So you got 14, and then the 15th, all of a sudden, the lavish gifts come in because they was busy working the day before.
You've got the discount flowers.
Yeah.
Have some self-respect, ladies. Come on, you are no bargain bucket flowers.
Honestly, oh my god, yeah. So, quick story actually, before we continue. So, my one of my best friends, when she was younger, she was with a guy for ages, and he disappeared on Valentine's Day. And the next day, he came saying that he had been arrested. And actually, wait for it, brought the whole charge sheet with him. Like, the whole charge sheet. Like, he must have been on, like, fucking...
Did you make that up?
Yeah, he must have been on, like...
Photoshop.
Yeah, I mean, this is honestly, like, 15, about 15 years ago.
Good
now.
effort, though.
It
A
is.
lot of effort for this
It
guy.
is.
I love that.
Literally, he must have just got that from before, switched up the dates or whatever. Like, obviously back then, she believed it. But yeah, when I was speaking to her, she was telling me, like, what the hell? The levels.
Yeah.
Been arrested. Here's my charge sheet. Like, how can you question
How can
that?
you question that? Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if that was me today, I'd definitely ring up the
Yeah.
station. But then they'd probably be like, "Oh, you can't."
Yeah, you can't discuss that. Confidentiality.
Give me his
whatever.
solicitor's number.
GDPR.
Yeah. Oh God, anything. Yeah. So that's a little. So if you're thinking about doing that, don't bother. Then there's another little funny meme saying, "I'm here to remind you that they certified delete your chat every day." Yeah, gone.
Gone.
Literally gone. This is funny. So you won't date a guy that lives at home with his mum, but you'll date a guy that lives at home with his wife.
So true.
Literally.
So true. Shocking.
Shocking.
We're calling out side chicks here. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Don't be this is deep. Don't be a side chick catching main chick feelings.
Ooh. So I saw this really funny one that I was going to read out. I don't need to, I should jog my memory. But it's a meme and it says the face you pull when you realise when the side chick turns into a wifey and you realise your old position has become available. And it's like a girl with a really worried face.
Yeah, no, literally that's exactly what it is. I seen another one and it was like something about basically you're just a foster parent. You're just looking after him till he has a better home.
Foster girlfriend.
Foster girlfriend, that's it. Foster girlfriend. Deep. 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 So, yeah, but no, this is just another one that's just similar to Valentine's Day. Roses are red, violets are blue. If your man's busy on Valentine's Day, then the side chick is you.
That is good.
It is you. At the KFC drive-thru, me. Can I get a 3-piece meal? Cashier. And your side? Me. She's good. She already ate. She's already eaten. Deep.
Brilliant.
So side chicks be retarded as fuck. Like, why do you want to be in a relationship with me? Can't you see that I'm cheating on my girl with you? Ooh. So that's an interesting topic because it's like, so the guy or the girl, whoever is obviously doing the cheating, he actually doesn't even have the respect for you.
No.
Like, why do you want to be my girl? Like, I'm cheating on my main
this
girl. So why do you want to even be with me?
Yeah,
I've got no
like
respect
he's
for
not
you.
going to do that to you.
Yeah.
Or like there's not anyone else. So another one that I saw is be with a guy that doesn't rock your pH level. Wow.
That is a lot. That is a lot. For those listeners that don't know what that is, maybe some males, if you don't know, then get to know. Do your research, do your Googling. pH levels. It really messes things up.
It does.
You know?
And that is a telltale sign.
Yeah. Either that or, you know, too much shower gel, but...
Yeah. Either or.
Either or.
Either too clean or too dirty.
Yeah, dirty girl. You're dirty. Dirty man. You're dirty man. No, but it's true though. Like, that's actually really fucking, you know, that's up in life. Oh, and then you're the one that's having to deal with it, do you know what I mean? It's not fresh things anymore.
No.
No fresh flowers. Rock with the pH level. It's true though. Do you know what I mean? That's your punishment.
Yeah.
Let's do about pH and you get punishment.
Yeah.
This is interesting. If your side chick doesn't know about your girlfriend, then she's not your side chick. She's your girlfriend too.
Oh. Yeah.
And I agree with that.
I
because
do.
the second you know he's got to go and you're continuing,
Then you
you're
are
a
a side
You're a
chick.
certified side and you've accepted it.
You're an onion barger.
Yeah, you're an onion party.
You are the onion barger.
But if you don't know,
then you are just his girlfriend.
you're both his girlfriend because you don't know.
You don't know. Yeah, I do agree. If you don't know, you don't know. You know, we're not calling out if you don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
When you buy your side chick and your main chick the same perfume so that you can cheat in peace.
Cheat in peace.
Absolute C-bomb.
Wow,
Like,
he's gone deep on that one.
Yeah. But do you think
Wow,
so?
I'm actually gobsmacked. That is genius.
Yeah.
Like,
She's like, tits. Tits. But if they're smelling like your girlfriend, like what if you call them the girlfriend's name? This is what I always wonder. These ones are
get one with the same name.
Well, there is that. Yeah, there is. We
We are literally.
we're giving you the tips. But like, have you ever had like an ex call you
Yeah.
a different name? Me too.
Yeah.
And I was.
I bet you went mental.
Yeah, I was the side thing, but I didn't know.
Oh, see, it wasn't inside.
Well, I think he was just cheating on me.
Well, I don't think mine was an inciting situation. It was his ex-girlfriend's name. I was just like, oh, brilliant. Thinking about your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. But then obviously they. Well, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, he said.
Some boys are thick and their brain just doesn't work properly. I looked right at the camera when I said that. And I was like,
Thick. Some boys are thick.
They are. Sometimes they're just away with the fairies half the time.
Yeah.
He's just called you he went to call you his ex-girlfriend's name, and I'm like, brilliant. Let's start a row about that one now.
Literally. No, it's a lot though. That
Yeah.
it is a lot. It's just deep, isn't it? Like obviously, if you've been with someone a long time and then you're dating someone new and whatever, but yeah, I mean, who wants to be called another girl's name, right? That's just a certified headlock for me.
Yeah, that is
What?
definitely a headlock.
Headlock, wanker. Yeah, that's mine.
I've got one more that was really deep that I need to read out. So, pH balance off.
Sorry.
Yeah, done that one. Side chicks meet mums too. Oh, y'all thought mums were loyal? Nah, only to her son.
That's a lot that I've heard about.
So
that a
true
lot.
as well.
Like
though.
literally, or they go and meet, like they have both main and side going and meeting, like friends. And like, you know, then you find out later along the line, so what, they were always just
friends
going
were going along with it.
And like the friend's wife or the friend's girl or whatever, like you're all just going along with it. And what do they think? Do they think you're okay with it? Do they think you not know about it? I guess.
Everyone's complicit in it apart from you at that moment in time, and then if you then choose to be, well, that's not, yeah, do you know what I mean? It's just the lies are just unraveling and getting thicker and thicker. I just don't know how you can keep up with that.
Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, it's a lot. I guess what I would say is, ultimately, they've done it once, they're going to do it again. You're no different than the last one. Whether they've been with her for 8 years, whether they've got houses, businesses, dogs, cats, whatever. Kids, they're gonna do it again.
Baby mama.
Yeah, just all of it. Like, they're either certified in it for the long game, like not cheating, like ultimately no matter what, like, you know, what commitments you've got, if you're not happy, break up, be single and move on. Stop home wrecking and stop, like, well, stop, you know, messing with people, girls' heads or boys. But like, it's, yeah, like, I just think it's never going to get any better. And even if you are the side chick and you find out about the main chick and then they're saying, oh, I'll leave her and all that, or I'm going to leave her, I've just got to do this. So what then, when he leaves and then you're together, if that ever happens, which it never will, but if it does, then
your
like,
vacancy's open.
Yeah, and then what? Then you become the main and then there's another side. You're never going to trust them.
Never. How are you going to sleep at night? That's what I always think.
Yeah. Despite the fact you peak the pH levels.
Yeah, your pH levels are all up
also,
the spout.
your hormone levels, everything's
Your
all
stress
over the
levels,
place.
and you can't sleep at night because you know you was once a side chick, now you're the main chick and he's got another side chick. Have fun with that one, guys.
and like have a couple of days break, and when something would blow up, and it's almost like he'd create an argument, so she'd go off, so then she'd be like, I'm not speaking to you for a couple of days, and it'd give him that window
of opportunity.
But the thing is, all her stuff used to be in the house. We used
So
to
this
clear
girl
the
must
stuff.
know.
Or did she
No,
know?
she didn't know.
Well, there's one of two things, isn't it? She's accepting that she is a side ting, and she's all right with that. But he had a sister, and he blagged my friend that those thongs was his sister's, who occasionally stayed in the spare bedroom at the house. So I bet he also blagged the side ting that the girl stuff in the house was his sister's, because he actually fully blagged my friend who was fully with him. And I remember at the time when she was telling me, she didn't believe it, but she didn't want to like not believe it. And he said the thong was his sister's, and obviously this was going on for like however long, until there was a lot of other things in the situation, and I think it was a mixture, and she obviously called it off. But like, can you imagine being with someone, like properly with them, and inviting another man in your bed whilst they
Definitely
are
not.
out? The anxiety.
How do you live with yourself?
I just don't even think I'd even be able to be like turned
No,
on.
definitely not. I'd be like,
Dry.
dry as a bone.
Dry as a bone. Frantic.
Can't do this. If the spores.
Stiff as a board, dry as a bone. It's like, what if he just changed his mind?
Yeah, like surprise you with a bunch of flowers at the door. You're like, there's another man.
Oh my.
Women probably do it as well, though. That is another thing as well.
Of course
Like,
they do.
women probably do it as well, but
Wow. Yeah, so that was one story. So that's the knicker story for you. You'll be pleased to know she fucked him off and he went in the bin.
Yeah, we need to
Trash.
Yeah, good.
In the bin.
I do know like situations where girls have been happy to be the side chick, and then because they're just infatuated by this guy, obviously he is probably feeding them a line, dangling the carrot constantly. I'm gonna leave her, we're not happy, this, that and the other, but yet they're jet setting off around the world on holiday together. Do you know what I mean? And obviously these days, like we were saying, everyone's got a friend that should be in the FBI. You make up your fake Instagram accounts or whatever to follow him, because obviously he can't follow you and you can't. If you are the side chick, by the way, I'm not speaking from experience with me personally, but I can imagine there are rules that in place, like, oh, you can't follow me because like I'm still with my girlfriend, we're not happy, but we're going through, you know, separation.
Or we've got kids together.
That old chestnut,
fucking bullshit.
So you respectfully don't follow him or like any of his pictures, and he doesn't follow you because then obviously he's not in trouble. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's the one step further away from getting found out. But then your friends will follow him, or you'll make a fake account or whatever, and then you'll see him and his girlfriend or family photos of them on holiday, having a lovely time, looking blissfully happy, and it's like, you know, like, where, like, it just, that must be heartbreaking for someone. But you're sat there waiting because he's telling you he's gonna leave her and he wants to be with you and da da da. And so sometimes that's sometimes it's that.
Yeah, that's it actually makes me feel a little bit sad, because there's a situation of a friend that's actually going through this right now, and she was absolutely beside him. This guy thought he was the one. She just wants to be in love and live happily ever after. Like, who doesn't? And she, you know, she's a massive lover. She wants to give you everything and more. And things just didn't start to be right. It was only set days that he could come and all of this.
That's a red flag, girls. Yeah. Can we just point that out?
Yeah,
that is a massive
set days.
Red flag.
There could never be anything spontaneous. And I don't know how around Christmas it was all weird. And then what happened after that? I think she just started to pick up on things, and I knew, but I was like, innocence of proving guilty. Don't let other people's traumas or other people's stories or my own trauma or whatever, just put everyone in the same bracket. But deep down I knew, and I think she started to know inside. And the story was that he had an ex that he'd got a business with, that, you know, was a silent partner. They had a business together years ago. That's an ex. But I think somebody had told her that actually this guy still is with this girl. And obviously he denied it, said that's an ex, we just got business together, whatever. So for whatever reason, this is a top tip here, guys. So if they've got businesses, which of our age, a lot of people have businesses, she went on Company's House.
Wow.
Yeah. Found the name of the business.
Yeah.
Researched the where the business was. Found the Instagram business profile. Found the girl that, because obviously didn't know. Found the girl. Followed her off a fake account. And then a day or two or something later, or even maybe it was actually that night, she'd actually been invited to this guy's house. So his house, at one point she'd gone to his house, so he must have shipped the main chick off, the main girl or whatever, shipped her off one time, invited, you know, my friend round, and then so she knew what the inside of the house was like. So she's following this girl, and she's done like a post, like a live story post in the house, and she's just been like, her heart, like she just broke, like her heart. But yeah, anyway, obviously found out, he came round and he was just like, I can't leave her because of the business. And it's so sad because he's fed her head with the biggest pile of shit, and he's saying, I can't leave her yet, but I will leave her. And they've built up this 3-4 month like thing. And I mean, it's so easy. It really gets me so angry talking about this because, like, I mean, what would you do?
If you had, I don't know, in that situation, I just think, for me, there's nothing more unattractive than a man that's lied to you. He's lied to you from day one. So then I always think, if you were, so this, even in my situation, like the other girl in my situation, how are you ever going to trust him?
Well, exactly.
Like, you must not be able to sleep at night when he goes out. Like, you must worry all the time. And I'm like, as much as I was heartbroken about my situation, actually, I'm like,
yeah,
you done me a favour, love. Thank you. Because I sleep easy at night.
Yeah, peaceful.
You know.
Yeah, literally.
Whereas she's probably thinking, what if he's running off with someone else?
And do you think that...
Because if he's done it once,
I was
why
just
is he not
going to
do it
say,
again?
and do you not think he's done it multiple times before?
Probably, yeah.
He's been with this girl for 8 years. Like, 8 years he's been with this girl.
I was that girl.
So, that's what I mean. So, like, he's with this, he's all tied up in this relationship, he's never going to leave her. Like, it's so sad, but he's never going to leave her. But the problem is, like, she's fallen for this guy. They've been, you know, together, here, there, and everywhere. Yeah. And it's like, it's just a massive mess. And she knows what she needs to do. But he's, like, trying to manipulate her.
Make her stick around.
Yeah, make her stick around.
Make her stick around. Feed her say what she wants to hear for a little bit. And just enough to make her stick around so she doesn't go elsewhere. It's actually probably a control
thing.
They get a kick out of it, don't they?
It really is. But you know what makes me laugh? Like, even from the beginning, and I remember when she told me this, and I was just like, red flag bullshit. Just in a random conversation, like in January, he was saying to her, like, oh yeah, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Reeled her in.
Because it would cost him a fucking fortune.
No, it's because he could have been 2 places at once.
Oh.
So he'd already like done the groundwork before Valentine's came. Yeah. And when she told me, and I was like, fucking bullshit.
She's busy with his main chick.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, that. But
that's
like,
when you know you're like this set. That's officially side dish confirmed.
Yeah, literally.
Onion bhaji.
Confirmed. But I think, if I'm honest, that is one story of so many girls out there that don't realise, like, because she didn't own Company's House and do all that CID, FBI.
Mad story, the Company's House.
Company's House.
Crazy. Got to do what you got to do to, you know, find out these little rats, really.
And it's so sad because, do you know what she actually said? And it broke my heart. She was like, I wish I never saw her because she was so happy. And ignorance is bliss, isn't it?
Ignorance is bliss.
And now she's in this breakup mode. Can't continue, but is absolutely heartbroken. But he is a manipulative piece of shit.
Is, she would have always, like I always say this, I think women have a sixth sense.
Yeah.
Maybe men as well, but definitely women. Like, you always know there's something inside you telling you. Like, I'm not one to check another person's phone. I would never, because I think you'll always find, if you're in that state of mind, something's not right. And there's no trust, and you're gonna find anything you find, you're gonna find something. You're always gonna find something that you don't like because you're already in that frame of mind. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I think your sixth sense, your gut instincts, is telling you that something's not right, and for me, that's enough. So she says she wished she never knew, but actually she'd have always found out because she had a gut instinct to go and look on Company's house. That's a lot as well. Like, that is a lot.
And all in the same night, she found everything out that she needed to.
Yeah.
It's so sad. Like, it really is so sad. And I think, I don't know, I think the whole just not being able to trust that person, like 100% trust that person. Personally, I think, I just don't get it. Like, just be single. Like, just be single. Don't string someone along, and it's so hurtful and heartbreaking. Like, don't string that person along, just be single. But this is a whole thing of where they want, like, the woman at home cooking and cleaning and doing all the, you know, homely, womanly, wifey shit.
Yeah.
Then they want to go out.
And then they want a bit of fun on the side. So, like, the headache wild card is fun for a night or two.
Yeah.
And then the wife at home. So this is something that I think is a really good topic to talk about. Where do you stand on, say you find out you're the side chick, do you tell the main chick?
Yeah.
Where do you
fake
stand on
fake
that?
Instagram profile. Do you tell them? I've got...
What would you say on that one?
Yeah, I think... Do you know what it is? I think a lot of these guys are very manipulative and put the fear of God into you. So sometimes... like, you know, they may be scared of, like, repercussions or this or that.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I probably would. I think I would.
You?
I think, I don't like dramas.
I don't like drama, so this is it as well. I'm like, ugh, just
I think,
walk away and let him be a little snake.
I think it depends how deep it is.
Cool down.
Yeah, like, because this is the thing, because they just keep doing it. So you've got the girls that don't want the drama, so they'll just walk away and just be like, you know, fuck you, walk away with your head held high.
Yeah,
but then they'll
high ground.
Well done. But then
well done.
Well done. But then you've got, like, they'll keep doing it. Keep doing it,
and they're just going to continue to do it to other females, and it's just.
I think it completely depends on the situation.
Yeah, I do as well.
Like, how long have you been together? Like, you know, how much have you had going on with each other? You know, all of that kind of stuff. There's a lot of surrounding factors to it, but I think maybe back in the day I probably would have. I think now I'd just be like, do you know what? You're lost. You're lost because I've got my shit together. I'm a catch, and we could have had a really good thing here. Like, and if that's what you're going to do, then... Because personally, I think, you know, if your eyes are going elsewhere, there's times when you're not happy, things happen, and you look elsewhere, or you meet someone and you connect with them, then at that point you make that decision to leave what you're in and step forward with the other person.
Step and don't act on anything until you've left the other person. I totally agree.
And then just move on with that other person, because of course that's going to happen. Like, you know, sometimes you're in long-term relationships and you either grow together or grow apart. So someone else, you may connect with them on a different level because you've changed. That's fine, that's normal. So then move forward with that person.
Yeah.
And leave that behind. Don't just keep stringing that along and wanting the best of both worlds. Like, what the fuck is this?
Totally agree.
But, yeah, I definitely think that's kind of... I don't know. I have had friends that will reach out to the guy.
Yeah.
And
I hear about it a lot, and I'm like, oh... It's how it's received as well. Like, you're literally about to turn someone else's life upside down. I know your life's just been turned upside down, but you can walk away with your head held high, focus on yourself, you know, rebuild. But now you're about to you know, flip someone else's life upside down. I don't know. And then sometimes it's not even received very well, is it? It's like it makes your mates out to look like the bad guy.
Yeah.
What about? I've got a story where someone's actually got a restraining order out on the side chick.
Yeah.
How mad is that?
Police was caught. No, wait, on the side chick or on the main chick?
Well, we don't. You just
Well, we don't
know.
know.
This is the thing.
Why a restraining order? What was she doing?
So there was just a messages going to and fro. Like, obviously, someone, you know, has told them, got caught out. They've decided to tell the girl, and then the girl's not received it very well. Like, you know, where now she's hating on the girl. This is one thing that always really annoys me. Actually. Always really annoys me
I know what you're
when
gonna
the
say.
men just get away with it,
And you're like,
girls start hating on girls, and I'm like, hang on a minute, this
What?
arsehole knew what he was doing when he was sleeping with both of you.
Why are you
The other
calling the
girl
girl
doesn't
out?
necessarily know. Sometimes they are ignorant. Not ignorant, but they're in, you know, they're none the wiser. But then the girls start hating on each other. I really hate it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is what happened basically. And there was messages to and fro him. It got really, you know, just nasty and not very nice. And yeah, like one of them called a restraining order on the other one. The police got involved, and obviously the police see both messages, and they're like, okay, well, we've been told that you've been sending them abusive messages. Like, I've got my own abusive messages, and I'm just like, yeah, that's a right mess. That's far too much drama
guys,
for me.
if that's the case, just like, don't call the poor girl out. Like,
I agree. That's one of my...
You know, call him out and put your energy on him, and I'll tell you what, both of you,
Cut his dick off.
leave, yes, or headlock him.
Headlock.
Oh, I'll tell you a funny story actually. So, my friend was seeing a guy, and they were pretty much together. Like, it'd been going on for like 6 months. He was staying around hers, whatever. And then one night, I can't really remember what happened, but he was supposed to go out and then didn't go out, and there was cracks. Cracks was starting to show. Trust your gut. Mind you, this girl literally doesn't trust fucking anybody. Like, she's been scarred. So sometimes I'm like, give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. Anyway, long story short, he was supposed to be somewhere, he wasn't there, and she just said she was on a night out and she just had a funny feeling. So she got a taxi to his, which isn't normal because she used to stay there and vice versa. She got a taxi to his, knocked on the door, and she's seen like someone running past, like it must have been like glass within the door. Seen someone running past, she's looked through the letterbox and can see girls' shoes in the house. So she's going absolutely sick, going sick at the door, yeah. And then she's going so sick on the street. She's like, I'm going to through the letterbox, and then he's come to the letterbox. What? No, a boy's come to the letterbox. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, and she's like, open the door. I want to speak to X. And he's like, oh, she's like, oh, like he's in the shower. I've made up some bullshit.
2-time Tommy, should we call him?
Yeah, 2-time Tommy. And she's like, literally, open this door now. She's gone so sick. She's like kicking the door in. And she said literally she got this strength from nowhere. She's like psycho on the street.
Blacked out.
Yeah, literally. Opened the door. Oh no, I think the guy said he wasn't there. And that he did. The other guy said that the person that owns the house wasn't there. So anyway, eventually he's opened the door, has the other guy. She's gone running upstairs. These two girls were there, all like, she's got, which by this point, whichever girl was seeing him must have thought, okay, he's got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's gone upstairs, she's found him hiding in the wardrobe. Literally in the wardrobe. She's literally battered him, gone absolutely crazy.
Wow.
And this girl is like absolutely shitting herself. She's like psychopath, ran through the door, absolutely shitting herself. Safe to say, the two girls left, the guy left, and yeah, that was the end of them too. But, but like, despite all of the madness and the craziness, like, that feeling of walking
sick.
in.
Ugh, makes you sick, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I just hope I'm never in that position because I'll probably end up behind bars.
Yeah. No, you definitely were.
Like,
I've had friends that have happened to where they've walked in
I just
on him and another, and you're just like, wow. how do you ever trust again?
It's making me
Like,
really angry.
how do you ever trust again?
No, I know. Literally, it's making me so angry. Yeah, I think just that, like just the audacity of having a whole other girl in your house. Like, it's cheating's bad enough, but go do it in a hotel room or somewhere, like in the bed, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for me, I think it's just it's a lot.
It's a lot, isn't it? You need therapy after all of this happening to you.
No, literally, you
Definitely.
do. You do. I think, kind of like, I don't know, there needs to be definitely a way of just catching these people out and calling them out, because I think, yeah, you can reach out to the other person, but then is that dramatic? Or, you know, how can you stop this from happening? Like, obviously people are always going to cheat, right? But
Yeah, I don't know. How do you put a stop to it?
like, I think, because if you don't want to contact that other girl, then because you don't want it to be dramatic, there is actually something. This is new and I've only just found out about it, and I feel like it needs to be used more. So there's apparently, I mean, people don't really use Facebook anymore as much, but
Not like, yeah.
you know, but there's a Facebook group. There's like a private Facebook group that you have to go on there and be accepted, and you can post. It's purely to post.
So is this if you had an idea, a gut feeling?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So you had a gut feeling. You're going out with a guy or a girl, and you think that there's something going on, and you literally post a picture of their face and their name in the private chat, and see what responses you get back as to whether he was out with my mate the other week.
Yeah, this is brilliant. Brilliant idea. So good. But this only works would this only work in areas, I suppose?
Well, it's
Not necessarily.
Well,
Because
it's
going from Kent to London and Essex and wherever.
It's nationwide. I mean, you've got to obviously, I guess, have a lot of people on there that know people, so it's kind of.
And the other girl has to have an inkling. Oh no, because her friends could be on there.
And that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Double lives revealed. Wow. Yeah.
I don't even know what it's called. I'm going to find out. I've forgotten what it's called. I'm going to find out. I'm going to insert it on here, so you can all get on there. You can all request it.
That is brilliant, isn't it?
I just think at the end of the day, like, there's always going to be crossovers. Don't get me wrong. You're often.
It's a bit different if you're like just
dating.
Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I always say if you met someone on Tinder or online dating, for instance, you met them on there, you've been on a couple of dates, whatever, they're more than likely dating other people. You're not the only person they've ever met.
Yeah.
So that's all completely normal. I think it's when they sell you the dream, you know, love bombing you, or just if you're actually together, like living together and whatever, then that's when this is just a no.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. So I guess they're all trash. They are trash. I think takeouts from today. What's your takeout?
Follow your gut. That would be my honest, like, the best thing I could take from my situation that's happened to me. I always like to see the silver lining, like Little Miss Positive I am. In that situation, it's like, okay, I did see the signs. I would trust my gut instinct more in the future with these things. I think that's what I'll take from it. And yeah,
100%. No, definitely. And I think in terms of like reaching out, if you know that you are that main person,
definitely talking about it as well, because remember what I said earlier, sorry to butt in, but
No,
about like not being, I should have been more open with my friends and discussed it, and then we might have discussed other, you know, there would have been similarities with my story and my feelings as maybe they'd experienced, and then maybe we'd have, you know, delved deeper and found out sooner, rather than me kind of bottling it all up to myself, trying to pretend that it wasn't happening. So that would be a bit of advice.
No, 100%. I agree. Talking about it, 100%. Don't bottle it up, and if you are bottling it up and you're hiding it, you're hiding it for a reason, because you're not trusting your gut, and you probably don't want it to come to an end. But ultimately, know your worth.
Yeah, know your worth.
Know your worth. I guarantee you, there's a guy out there where you're going to be their world. You're not going to have to you know, worry about these things. You're not going to have to make fake accounts and or message other people and lower your standards by doing that, because do you know what, like, that boy and that girl, if she's going to accept it and that boy's going to keep doing it or vice versa, they're just going to keep doing it.
Yeah, let them be.
Yeah, just let them be. But I mean, the Facebook group's obviously great, right? So if we can use that, that's definitely a good one. So yeah, hopefully some of these stories, well, not hopefully they've resonated, because that's really shit. Yeah. But hopefully they've helped you.
Yeah. There could be someone out there listening right now that's maybe got a little bit of a gut instinct, a little inkling that something's not right in their relationship, and we're just calling them out. So
yeah,
do some research, set up a Lash account.
Yeah. And get them on this Facebook.
Yeah. Or
yeah, either or both, all of the above. But yeah, so thank you for listening to our second episode. Main Chick and Side Ting.
Not side dish.
Tikka masala and onion bhaji. We hope you enjoyed listening.
Our next topic is going to be the drunken dating disasters topic. I'm so excited to share these stories, because some of them are absolutely brilliant. So yeah, keep them coming. Yeah, we love hearing about your lives, really. Yeah, share away.
Yeah, like and subscribe, and thank you for listening to Are They Trash?
This is Frankie Kelly. And I am Charlie House. And you are now listening to our podcast, Are They Trash?